Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Our current session focuses on the contents in audiolingual method. I hope and expect by the end of this session, you would have some understanding of the nature of contents that are used in audiolingual method. Well, my dear students, drawing from the available inventory of linguistic forms compiled by grammarians through standard linguistic analysis, the syllabus designers actually selects and sequences the phonological, lexical, and grammatical items or elements of the language that can be included in a graded textbook when it comes to use materials for audiolingual method in the classroom. The teacher actually presents the elements of language forms, that is, forms in terms of nouns, verbs, adjectives, articles, relative clauses, subordinate clauses, etc., one by one to the learner. So what is important in audiolingual method is that a careful selection of the linguistic items to be presented to the learner is made by the teacher, and they are systematized, they are graded, and in a particular sequence, in order of difficulty, in order of appropriateness, in order of frequency of use, etc. They are graded and they are presented one after the other to the learner. The learners, when these items are presented to them, they are then supposed to put them together to figure out the totality of the language system. So, the learners are not introduced to the language rules per se. They are not introduced to the structural rules of a language per se. Rather, they are introduced to different items, and in this whole jigsaw puzzle of language, they themselves, they try to figure out to fit these into the whole system of the language, into the totality of the language. The primary task of the learner, thus, is to synthesize the discrete items of language in order to develop adequate knowledge or ability in the target language. So, judging, evaluating, and understanding on the part of the learner is very, very important because this is what would enable him or her have the ability or the knowledge to use the target language when he or she would be able to place these discrete items in the whole system of language. Selection and gradation, that is what items to select and in what sequence to present them, are but two challenges facing the syllabus designers. As I have already mentioned, that the items that are to be taught, they are carefully selected and then they are graded, they are sequenced. But how to sequence them and how to grade them is a huge challenge for those who design syllabus for audiolingual teaching in the classroom. There are certain aspects that are to be taken care of when this grading is done. One of the important aspects is availability. Availability is determined by the degree to which an item is necessary and appropriate. So in a particular cultural context or in a particular social context or in a particular classroom context, considering the needs of the students, which particular item is more important, which is more necessary, and which is more appropriate. The teacher has to decide that. Similarly, for gradation purposes, pedagogists follow the various criteria, which include complexity, regularity, and productivity. What do all these three mean? Depending upon the nature of the item, how simple or how complex a particular item is, it would be graded or it would be placed on the grading or it would be sequenced. When it is to be taught, where it should come, before which item or after which item it should be taught, it would depend upon the nature of the item, the complexity or simplicity of the item. Secondly, regularity. How far the use of that item is regular and how far it is irregular would also help in determining the gradation. And thirdly, productivity. How productive it is to use it, how far it has productivity. This would also lead towards deciding the grading of a particular item. The first principle deals with a movement from the easy to the difficult. When I talk of complexity, this deals with how easy it is or how difficult it is. Of course, the teacher would sequence the items from easy to the difficult. The second, from the regular to the irregular. First, the teacher would teach or would introduce items that are regular because they are easy to learn and to understand. And then from the regular, there would be a movement to irregular. For example, when it comes to the verb forms, there would be a movement from regular verbs to irregular verbs in terms of sequencing. And thirdly, from the more useful to the less useful. How productive it is, how far the student, the particular learner or the particular group of learners in their particular sociocultural context, in their particular life context would find it useful, how far they would use it or how less they would use it. This is what determines the grading of any item in the audiolingual method.